If you have a brake pedal that will go to the floor, mine does it when the engine's running and the vehicle is stopped. The pedal will continue all the way to the floor. If you've bled your brakes and there's not air in the lines, then it's possibly a leaky master cylinder. What happens is it gets an internal leak, and so the fluid runs to the front or to the back and allows the pedal to drop. So today I'm going to switch out the master cylinder and we'll see if that fixes my pedal. First thing you need to do is get the fluid out of here. You can suction it up from the top using a turkey baster or something like that. I think it's easier to do the bleeder valve. So we're going to crack it loose first because it's usually tight. And then once it's loose enough that you can finger turn it, then we'll put the hose on there and just let it drain down. I'm doing this on a cold engine. I always work on a cold engine pretty much. Just not worth risking getting burned. Best to put something in here that's absorbent, because you're going to lose some fluid. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the connector, then loosen these. Now you should use a flare wrench if you have it. Mine is at the shop right now, so I'm going to have to be very careful not to strip these down because they're usually pretty tight. As usual, they don't want you to be able to just remove this. Feels like maybe the release is up underneath here. You need like a small screwdriver to tap it to get that to slide off. It's crazy when they have the option of just putting a nice easy release button up here on the top. I think automotive engineers should have to start their career as a mechanic and not be allowed to design cars if they've never worked on cars, because they just do the stupidest designs for everything. I can't figure this out. This just slides out. It's like it's a sensor for probably the low fluid level or whatever. There doesn't seem to be a way to disconnect this from this piece. So I don't know. Automotive engineers are a rare breed of stupid people. That is 14. So in the automotive engineer's brilliance, this one's 15 and the other one's 14 millimeters. And this one doesn't allow access via socket. So if you can get that loosened up to the end, and you can get a small socket on there, but you can't get a deep socket on there. And just gonna hand unthread these and try to plug up the hole so we don't have fluid spewing. And just carefully get that out of there so you don't spill fluid on your paint. Filled with some fluid right now, and I did a bench bleed on it, and what that amounts to is I stuck a Sharpie in here to push with so it wouldn't damage anything, and basically keep pressing over and over until fluid comes out of both. So fluid came out of here first and finally here, so that means there should be little to no air in here. I have a new, not a rebuilt one. I see people on YouTube all the time saying don't ever use a rebuilt one. I don't know if that's really true or if it's just somebody said it on YouTube and so everybody else says it on YouTube. But anyway, so the installation, it's going to go push that onto there, and then this metal bracket that fell off goes on top. So go like that. Then this metal bracket and then at least hand thread the nuts back on there so that bracket doesn't fall off. So they weren't on real tight, so I'm bottoming out and then giving it about a half of a turn, which seems to be about what it was before. Got those nuts snugged up. If I see a torque spec, I will come back and torque those and let you know what it was, and then reattach these brake lines and get them started by hand, and then snug them up like they were. So you can see I didn't get a whole lot of fluid leaking out of there, which is nice. That and that are what we need to snug up so there's no leaks there. That piece did separate because this is actually comes new with the new one, so that's supposed to stay in the master cylinder. I stuck a flat screwdriver under there, and when I saw it coming out this side, I was able to pull that out of there. It was a real tight connection though. I'm gonna go ahead and put some tune-up grease on there. Just put a little dab on there, so keep it from getting wet. Snap it back on there. Two-person bleed. All right, press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release. Hit press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release. I just need to top it off again. And always snug these up. Then replace the cap.